my book is Just Listen, and the plot of my book is, well, Annabelle Green is a girl who was accused of sleeping with her best friend's boyfriend when he actually raped her. And when Annabelle's life starts falling apart, her sister got an eating disorder which made all her family break apart. And finally, she met Owen at school, and he helped her get over everything she has gone through, and they both fell in love. And this is basically the plot of my book.
I read Keeping the Moon, and it's about a girl named Collie who goes to the beach for the summer and meets two girls named Isabel and Morgan. And the two girls teach Collie about friendship and also how to be confident in herself, and this leads to Collie having her first chance at love.
And I read Dreamland, which is about a girl whose sister runs away and her family stops paying attention to her, so that makes her make rash decisions, such as going out with a mysterious guy named Rogerson, who after a while going out with him, the relationship becomes abusive, and it's about her dealing with it.
So we can notice that Sarah Dessen loves modern life, and she likes to write about characters that have breadth, talents, and flaws.
And Sarah Dessen also writes in her novels about overcoming obstacles, and there's usually a female character and something happens to her, and then she has to learn how to overcome it with the help of her friends or a boy.
And she also writes about realistic teenage drama usually, so realistic problems that they would have and how they would deal with it realistically.
And well, I wrote about Sarah Dessen's biography, and I found out that she was born in June 6 in 1970 in Evanston, Illinois. She's an American writer, and she took some classes at the University of North Carolina where both her parents worked. And she was a waitress in North Carolina while she was launching her career, and her first book that summer was published in 1996. And recently she lives in North Carolina and with her husband and daughter. And I also found some relations from the book to her biography. And well, in my book, the main character has a perfect life, and Sarah Dessen wrote about this perfect girl because of a picture she saw in a yearbook. And she also wrote about this because it was all the stuff that she wished in high school. And also in my book, Annabelle's mom works as a waitress to pay the bills. And in relation to Sarah Dessen, she worked as a waitress while launching her career, and maybe she wrote about that to express how she felt when she was a waitress.
And I read a review, and it was by Kelly Jensen, and she wrote that Sarah Dessen's writing is underappreciated for depth, complexity, and style. She also praised Sarah Dessen for writing about characters that have real problems and are relatable for teenage girls and boys. She also said that the characters in Sarah Dessen's books are flawed and complex, and that Sarah doesn't give her characters simple solutions to their problems, which makes the book more interesting. Another thing that is said in the review is that the whole book matters. You can't just skim over some pages because everything that happens either pushes the story or the character forward. Also, it is said that all of the relationships in her books are important because they all impact the story. And it is also said that Sarah Dessen doesn't take shortcuts, and she does this by exploring the celebrations and hardships. Also in the review, Sarah is described as being an underrated young adult author. And then finally, it said that Sarah Dessen has well-written, engaging, and timeless novels.
And I did the interview analysis, and in the interview I read it covered her early life and how she writes her books. Like when she was little, she always loved writing, and she gets inspiration from her real life. And I found that since an interview she says that she gets most of her ideas from her life, that this might be why she always has realistic problems to stay true to the source.